Testing. Okay. We are live in 1, 2, 3.
I think we're live right now.
Hey guys,
hello.
Thank you for tuning in to
Trial and Error. Ooh. We're a little delulu.
We had a couple technical difficulties, but we are here. We're thriving, you know.
I was convinced.
Reroute.
That's very true. I was convinced someone hacked my computer and has been watching me change for months because the front camera was not working and it said it was in use. It was not in use. So someone somewhere has been watching me watch my K-dramas and just laughing at my reaction. So it's Jackie. Whoever stole my front camera for however long, you know what? Enjoy it while you can, because now I'm aware.
She's aware.
I'm aware, and I'm closing it. I'm closing it every chance I get. You're not getting no more nude footage. Anyways.
Yeah, you pay for that.
Yeah, you have to. Well, yeah, you pay for that. So that made me go to Lulu, and then we finished doing that, and then we were doing the test recordings, and we completely forgot that after you finish the test recording, you have to unplug the microphones to then hear the test recording. And I was then thinking the audio didn't work. And at that point, Jackie's like, you know what? Let's make some TikToks. Let's get some coffee, which was very valid. But I was pissed. I was like, no, we're going to get this to work. I am mad now. It pissed me off. We're going to work.
We were like, you better work.
You better work. Anyways, I got that out. That was really bottled up there for the past hour.
So, thank you to all our new followers, all our new viewers, all our new subscribers. Mm-hmm. We adore you. We love you. We cherish you. Mm-hmm. We are so grateful for you. We know you're there.
Yeah. All now 36. Was it 36?
I think so.
36 on our first YouTube video, which I know that's nothing, but hey, that's not all family.
That's something to us.
That's, yeah. It felt good to us.
Yes. So, I know last time we were on the topic of dating in your 20s, the struggles of dating in your 20s. Mm-hmm. First, let us say, we are not professionals.
No, nowhere near it.
We are not married.
Nowhere near that either.
Take our advice
with a grain of salt.
Yes. They're just experiences.
Just experiences.
Yes.
There are opinions.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of opinions out there. Do we know if the opinions are right? No.
This is just us trying to navigate through dating in our 20s.
Yeah, and it's it might be a terrible navigation.
So don't quote us.
Don't quote us, and just when in doubt, reroute. Before we get on to like the first little like subject we want to talk about, I just want to throw this out there. They came out with Strawberry Sun-Kissed Alani's. I drove to a bunch of stores to find them. And
then I found them at a Walmart.
In little old Albany, Oregon.
Shout out to Albany, Oregon.
Shout out to the Albany, Oregon Walmart. They were very stocked.
They were.
And I bought a whole bunch, and I love them. So, Alani, if you want 2 very low follow accounts...
For
now, you could sponsor me with the Strawberry Sun-Kissed and my girl with the creamsicle. And we'd be very happy.
Thank you.
With some Quest chips and chomps. Any of those brands were your girls.
Were your girls.
But okay, now that that's over.
So, getting back to dating in your 20s and the struggles of dating in your 20s. Last episode we did talk a lot about dating apps, and I think we can go on and on about that because that is something that's so huge in our generation on dating. Like we said earlier, it is hard to date when you're out of college. Mm-hmm. So you do find yourself on those dating apps. And then we did talk about how, like, we recommend approaching people out in the wild. Mm-hmm. People love that. I love that.
I love it too.
Yeah. So let's try to normalize that in 2025. Let's do that. I like that trend.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite things we talked about last week. We talked mainly about the dating apps. Mm-hmm. We talked about a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's probably one of the biggest things.
I will say I think we talked so much about the dating apps because managing your time after college is a lot. Like, you go to work almost all day, and then you're supposed to still have a balanced lifestyle and go to the gym and still run all your adult errands that you have to run. And then by then you're back in bed. You do that Monday through Friday for most people. Some people, us, you do that almost every day.
Yeah.
On and off. And so it is hard to go out and meet people. It's a little harder, and I think that's why dating apps are such a big thing.
Yeah.
How would you say, do you feel like with your schedule, because we both don't work a basic Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, would you feel with your schedule, how do you get dates into your schedule?
And
are you, like, ever too tired?
Oh my gosh, I'm too tired for everything. So as everyone probably knows at this point, I'm a nurse. So the nursing schedules, it varies. You can do a Monday through Friday if you're like at like a regular doctor's office or like a family practice. But I'm bedside. So if you're a bedside nurse, it's typically 3 on unless you pick up shifts, like 3 on and maybe 1 off, 2 on, which is the worst. Or like something along those lines. You work 3 days in a week, but then that can be like a Monday, Wednesday, a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. It just changes. And the thing about it is what people don't realize with my schedule is it's 12 hours. And so it's very long, it's very demanding, and it's nonstop social interaction, people needing you to be everything they could imagine. Therapy, dietitian, the doctor, the nurse, the phlebotomist, the CNA, you're just everything. You're a mom, a sister, a confidant, all that stuff. So it takes everything out of you. So when I get off of work and I come home, I don't want to talk to anybody. I want to sit in my room, shut the door, and rot for 12 hours. So a lot of times, pre-shift me will make a commitment thinking, oh, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm motivated. I'm young. I can still do 12 shifts and do it. After shift me is like, what the hell was I thinking? And then I want to cancel.
Do you ever plan dates after working like a 12-hour shift?
I try not to now. Mm-hmm. I try to now make dates on, like, if I have a 3-day, 4-day stretch off, to do not the first day I get off, but like the second day or the third day. Not the day before, not the day right after. Because the day before, the pre-shift anxiety hits, and I'm like, I don't want to leave my bed. The day after, I think I'm going to have the energy, but I'm too tired. So I try to do in the middle, but the thing about that is, post-college is like the whole time management thing, is that's not a lot of days.
Yeah, because if you think about it, when we were in college, I would have, 3 classes max in one day, and then maybe work, because I didn't work like a consistent, I didn't work 5 days a week usually, and then still go out with my friends. Also, I just feel like maybe I was spending as many hours as I'm spending now, but I swear I had more energy back when I was 21 than I do now.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely what it is. Because I already feel 25. I already feel, 25 plus, I already feel it's harder for me to do as many things in a day as I used to.
Yeah, I remember I used to be able to go out until, sorry, Mom and Dad, if you're listening to this. I used to go out until, 2 and be ready to go to work at 4.
Mm-hmm. I could pull all-nighters.
I can't do that now.
No. I could still, because I'm night shift, I can still do the all-nighter because that's kind of burned in me. But
do you think you'd be able to go on a date?
No. I wouldn't be able to go and give whoever the date was the full attention they deserve. Yeah. It would be very, just kind of half energy.
Yeah, and then like we said last episode, it's draining. It's a lot of work for a girl to go on a date, so.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's just hard with, I think time is the biggest thing, because then also you have to keep in mind, when I'm thinking about dating, I'm prioritizing other things in my life. So the main priorities are, there's work, but then I want to make sure I'm keeping up with my dance. So I want to dance, I want to train. Then I want to also make sure I see all my family members. That's both my brothers. That's my little niece, Melody. It is hard.
I could see it. It would be so hard to try to prioritize, especially a first or second date.
Oh my gosh. So you don't feel like it's worth it.
Yeah, exactly. I could see that. I could 100% see that. And that's probably why dating apps are such a big thing, because it kind of makes it a little easier.
It does.
However, I think, so personally, I don't want to say, if you have gotten married through a dating app, amazing for you. However, there's a million people on those dating apps, and the percentage, I don't actually know the numbers, but I'm sure the percentage is low of the people who actually, get married.
Oh, yeah.
But, I feel like dating apps, it takes away the idea of having to go on a first date. So, in a way, like, you still have to go on a first date, but all those first date questions are all done before.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah,
I would assume.
I didn't even think about that.
So then, but you're still wasting your time talking to these people.
For, like,
Like,
weeks.
at least court me.
Yeah.
And then let's figure out where we're going from there.
That makes sense. No, that's true. I didn't actually think about it like that because you do get those first date questions out of the way because when you start on the app, usually the first thing that you text is what would then be the first date questions.
Yeah, but I also feel like you can only get the true version of that person until you are with them in person.
Very true.
Because I could be messaging you. Clearly, I am not on dating apps, but
No.
I could be, like, over here messaging you everything that I think you want to hear. Or, like you said last episode, you put on your profile what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So I could be like, oh, I'm going to say everything that I think she wants to hear so I can get that first date.
Yeah, that's very true too.
Yeah.
Like almost like suck people in, but then you're just wasting all that time talking.
Yeah, I could see that.
Which is also why, like, last week I was like, you should try to get the date out of the way within the first
Yes,
week.
yes, which I think is a great way. I think it's a great thing to do. I think you kind of need to do that. I agree with that. How would you say you handle... Like, clearly, family is a big priority. I think it is for you. It is for me. I think for us. I know it's not for everyone, but I think for us, our family is a big priority in our life, and we do kind of prioritize that over going on dates, I would say. I think we both have canceled dates to do things with family, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think you want to be in a good headspace to go on a date.
I canceled a date just to hang out with my mom.
Yeah. How do you, honestly, there's so many reasons you can cancel a date. You can cancel a date just because you're not feeling like it. We are allowed to do that.
Yeah.
However, we do need to let the person know.
Yeah, don't try to do it like 5 minutes before.
No.
Mine's like the morning of. I literally wake up and I make a decision like, is this gonna happen tonight?
Do you ever go on dates during the day? Or are they always at night? I was having this conversation with someone, and like, a cute little breakfast date would be kind of cute, be picked up for breakfast. However, as a female, I don't think mentally I would be there to be picked up at like 8 a.m. for a first date.
8 a.m. would be wild.
Because, like, that's when you have breakfast, right?
Yeah,
and
honestly,
like that's pushing it because my alarm clock goes off every day at 5 a.m.
Especially as a night shifter now. Now, I used to be a day shifter maybe, but now as a night shifter, like, it's hard for me to wake up before 10. I used to wake up at 4. And now the night shift is really kicking in, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I come alive. Like, right now would be, like, nap time. Like, it's like, at our time, it's like 5:43. When it hits, like, 7 past, all of a sudden I get this jolt of energy, and I'm like, let's do this. And I start, like, organizing. I go to the gym.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Because I'll be awake at random hours. Everyone's like, why are you awake? I'm like, the night shift energy's kicked in. And I'm like, let's do some stuff.
Yeah.
So now it's hard for me to do mornings. But honestly, I used to want to do, like, a coffee. Like, I don't even drink coffee, but I used to want to do, like, a coffee date. Because I thought that would be fun. And then, like, a little walk.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to do that as a first date because... Okay, not to sound superficial or anything, but, like, spend more money on me on the first day.
See, the drinks are, to me, I just love a cute little dress or something and drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, I just loosen up with drinks.
Yes, you, like, want to have one drink so you can kind of loosen up.
Yeah,
I agree.
Not, like, loosen up in a bad way. I mean, like, I talk more.
No,
and
yeah,
I get
yeah.
more, and, like, I open up a little bit more. Versus, like, I feel like morning I'd be more closed off.
But the thought of doing, like, a cute little coffee date, a walk, a sunrise date.
That would be...
Oh, I'm doing
But that's a long date. You have to be, like, you've been on a couple dates.
Yeah, because if you think about it, how do you end the date? Are you like, okay, it's 12, I'm going to drop you off? Yeah.
All right, 12, we're done. Get in the car.
Whereas if you do an evening date, it gets late and you have to go your separate ways.
Yeah, but usually it's like you get a vibe if you want to stay out longer, if you want to.
But you still have the excuse like, it's late.
Oh, it's late. Like, I got to get up early.
Whereas, like, in the morning, on a Sunday morning, what do you say?
I guess you could just be like, oh, like, I have to work later.
Yeah, or I have stuff I need to do, yeah.
Yeah, there's always something. There's always an excuse.
Yeah, that's true. There is always an excuse.
You could always find something. But
that's so true.
That date would be nice.
I know. I think I want a sunrise date. Go on a run.
Oh,
watch the sunrise.
Your girl has been she's been into running lately. I don't know what the frick got into her. She's trying to get me to do a half marathon.
There's a wine run.
Oh, God, no. Oh, sorry, Lord.
Like,
Gosh.
30 minutes away. In, like, pretty much Corvallis, actually. So, really, like, 25 minutes away.
Okay, I work out, and I used to run. My mom's a big runner. She probably hears us talking about this and wants to run in here and be like, I'll do it. But my mom traumatized me. I love you, Mom. She traumatized me. I don't like to run for fun. You can't. I mean, a half marathon is a commitment, dude. I haven't ran.
But then we have wine after.
We could also just have wine without the run. Wild idea.
Crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Wild.
Just wild. Who would do that?
I don't know. You and me. But, I forgot what we were on. Okay.
We were talking about our family and how we navigate our family and dating.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Before we got into, like, a cute morning date and how to schedule a date.
Dating's hard.
Yeah, it is. How do you schedule a date? I am like, let's just set this date, get it done, put it in the books, send it, let's do it.
Put it in the books, send it. Usually what I do, I mean, for me, usually it turns into like, oh, like, when are you free? And then they'll be like, these days. Okay, then we both pick a day, and then I just say, okay, we'll hang out that night. And then I don't want to plan it. I've lately had a couple dates where they ask me, like, what we should do. I hate that. Don't do that.
Oh, yeah, don't do that. No, we talked about this in our last episode, I think, but, like, a girl wants to be... No, you know, if the less I can think, the better.
Mm-hmm. The less we can think. That's the motto. We've said this in a couple, I think, podcasts, but, like, it's a really big thing, and I think this really needs to be pressed into boys' brains. The less a girl can think, the better. Obviously, we don't mean that we don't think. Obviously, that's not what we mean. We mean we think a lot in our regular day lives, and we're exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to give our brains a little bit of a break. You could do a little bit more and just plan it, okay? That's all we're saying.
Yes.
But the family. So, like we were talking about time management.
When you go on a first... I'm so sorry.
Oh, go for it.
When you go on a first date, do you tell your family you're going on a first date? I don't. I'm the middle child, though.
I'm in between. I did when I was here, because when I was living with my mom, like right postgraduate, because I was living here, and I would get dressed up, and she'd be like, oh, where are you going? And I'd be like, oh, I'm going on a date. But now, and maybe, I feel like a lot of people relate to this, because I see it a lot on social media. Now when I tell someone I'm talking to someone, like family, or I'm going on a date, it doesn't work out. Like, it could be going really good with the guy, and then I tell my family about him, all of a sudden, he's ghost mode. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like bad juju in the air. So I tried now to avoid talking about boys with my family altogether. There's only one boy I talk about with my family, and he shall not be named. But there is one boy, only because everyone knows who he is. Everyone. But we're not naming him.
I am the middle child. I feel like you're the youngest, so I kind of, in a way, everyone's in your business.
A lot.
I'm the middle child. People forget about my business. People are kind of not really listening to me. People forget about me.
I care.
I know. But, like, I mean, I have my older sister and my younger sister and my niece and nephew, so I get, like, people's not their priorities, but, like, their heads, and my siblings are, like, have their own lives going on, so I get, like, they forget things. But also, I think I've told them about a couple first dates, and it's kind of embarrassing.
To talk about the date?
No, like, what if it doesn't, it's embarrassing to talk about it, and then, like...
It doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that is such a thing. It's, like, it's embarrassing to, like, get excited about a date, or, like, say, oh, I had such a good time, and then, like, he didn't have a good time. Or, like, even if that never happened to you, the fear of that happening, that's just, like, it feels it's like a shot at your self-esteem.
Oh my gosh, with that, even breaking up, like, even when it did work out for so long, but just the breakup, something not working out and you having to tell your family, embarrassing.
I think this comes to, like, trauma, but I think it's the thought of you looking like a failure. Or, like, the thought of you, like, again, it's like, oh, it was me, I wasn't good enough. Or, like, it's just, the thought of being a failure to just, like, certain family members, it's such a thing that even in relationships, if it ends, it's like, okay, it's looked at as, again, you failed that relationship.
Yeah.
And it's sad because it's like we should change our mindsets. Just because a relationship doesn't work out doesn't mean you're a failure. There was a reason for that relationship. You learned something from that relationship.
That is so true, yes.
It was needed at that time. It's just now you guys have grown, and you guys have grown in different ways, and now it's not working out, and it's better for both of you to be apart. But that's not a failure. You should look at that as a positive. Like, you guys made the mature decision to say, you know what, this isn't working out.
Yeah. Yes, I agree, and we should go at it that way. I will say every relationship that I've been in, maybe it didn't work out, but I feel like I needed something from that at some point. So it helped me out in some kind of way, and I learned something from it, and it's helped me grow, and I feel like I have became a better partner because of that. But having to still go to, like, family events and people asking you where that person is like, oh, yikes, it didn't work out.
It didn't work out, and you have to tell everybody that. And then you also probably get people messaging you about it, texting you about it, because people are so freaking nosy nowadays that they probably message you and ask you all these things.
But, like, I get it, because we did at one point make that relationship public, right? So, like, we publicly made this relationship known. People were like, we shared it with the world, so people are like, why aren't you sharing it still?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I will say, first dates, no, I don't tell my parents about first dates. I don't tell my family members about first dates.
It's a hit or miss for me. Sometimes I do. But me and my mom, I will say, have a very, like, a very codependent, I would say, kind of relationship. Me and my mom are probably different than a lot of other moms because of some stuff we went through together. So my mom is, like, we tell each other a lot of things that most daughters would not tell their moms, I would say.
I will say my little sister, she's very close with my mom as well.
Yeah. Maybe it's the little sister. Like, me and my mom, it's even a different relationship than my mom and my brothers.
Because my little sister, she'll talk about her dates all the time, and I'm like, no, I don't do that. I will tell my little sister about my dates, though, like whether they went well or they didn't go well, just because it's a good conversation.
Yeah.
But,
and your little sister's hilarious, I feel like, when you talk about that stuff. She says some crazy stuff.
Yeah, she does. She's also 21. Yami, if you're watching this. I just realized I said your name, but we do love you. We appreciate you. We love telling you things. We love talking to you.
Yeah.
But I also think I'm the middle child, so I think my parents end up forgetting, which is fine.
That's true.
Do you tell your parents, like, or your family members, do you tell them after, like, a certain time? I don't tell my family members until I get serious.
I guess, well, see, it's different for you versus me with that, because you've had a lot of your relationships have been serious. I haven't had a lot of serious.
Yeah.
So it's like, I've never really gotten to a point where it's like, I need to tell my parents about this guy, except for that one guy that I was like, you remember him ages ago, that I was like really into. Mm-hmm. And that was like the only time, and as I was saying, oh, maybe I should tell my family about him, was when he broke my heart. So,
but you guys were getting very serious. So
yeah, I thought we were. Clearly, I don't know how to read signs. But some of these guys give me some outrageous signs, so I blame you. Am I right?
I think specifically that situation, yes, but I think also we were young, and I think I'm hoping that person grew. And like we were talking last episode. Sometimes people just find it easier. People have a hard time having a conversation.
Yeah, the conversation is hard for a lot of people, but
I don't care.
I don't care if, like, you just need to be, for me, it's just, you need to be clear. That's all I'm asking. Is, like, even if you're not into me, don't give me signs that then say you are. Don't act a certain way, but then do something different the next day. It's the same reason what I talk about with, like, cheating, with divorce, with just in general. Like, these are a lot of things I see problems with in society, and it's like, just have the conversation, people. Like, why are we over here acting one way and then hurting everybody? Mm-hmm. Like, I'll get over it. I'm a big girl. I'll move on. I'll be over it in a week. I'm a damn nurse. I have too many things in my brain to care about you. So trust me, I'll get over it, but just have the conversation with me, because I can't handle lying. I can't handle deceitfulness because of the stuff I've been through in my life.
But I feel like that goes for everyone. No one deserves that.
No.
I think it comes with maturing. And I think with that, I think maybe you shouldn't be in a relationship until you've matured a little bit in that aspect.
So you can have the conversation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
it does require people to be in a good, healthy mindset to be able to take on another person. You can't, what is it that they say? You can't fill someone else's cup if your cup isn't full.
Yeah, along the lines of you can't love someone else till you love yourself.
Yes, and I truly believe that. I also feel like you
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't necessarily go be looking for someone. Someone can help you love yourself a little bit more. They can.
Definitely.
And I'm not, like, saying that I feel like I am 100% all the time. However, my self-esteem and my confidence is pretty high.
As it should be, bestie. You're perfect.
Thank you. I know. But it is like I'm like saying that sometimes I don't feel like I'm perfect all the time.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like when I started learning to love myself, and taking care of myself, that was what made it easier to go love someone else.
I 100% agree. And I think, I mean, kind of along the lines of that, lately what I've been realizing, and because, like, when I used to go out, and I feel like I watched like an Instagram reel, like a reel type of thing, and it was a guy talking about how he has, I wonder if I can find it again, but he was saying how he has two amazingly gorgeous friends that are girls. Like, they're both equally gorgeous. Like, he said, some of the most insane, beautiful women you've ever seen. And he went out with them one night. And he went out with both of them. And he said one of them was very secure in who she was, and the other one wasn't. Both equally gorgeous, both great personalities, just one secure, one not. And when they went out to the bar, one of the girls, the one that was secure, wasn't getting approached that much, but she was having a great time. And she wasn't even really noticing the men, but the men were noticing her. They just were too scared to go up to her, kind of thing. But the girl that wasn't secure was getting all this unwanted attention. The guys were treating her with a lot of disrespect. Even though they were both equally gorgeous, both equally amazing. The difference was, as he said, the guys kind of felt as if they could easily, like, disrespect and approach this girl because she didn't respect herself.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Versus the other girl. And I notice a lot when I go out sometimes, when I have those moments where, like, maybe the past trauma or the negativity seeps out, those are the moments that I maybe gravitate towards men that are not great. Versus the moments that I'm out with my friends and I'm confident in who I am and I'm just having a good time.
Don't even notice them.
Don't even notice the guys. And I'm having a way better night that night. And I think that's kind of the mindset I've tried to change in my head lately because of my past issues. And I think it's actually made me more secure. It's made me more happy in life.
Good, as it should. I do think, same. I feel like when I started loving myself more, I think that's when I truly started loving. You love yourself, so you love the life that you created for yourself.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Look how wise my best friend is. Just pulling out quotes left and right. Wait.
I am 26.
Right. Yeah,
my frontal lobe's fully developed. Fun fact. I think that plays a role into it.
My frontal lobe is fully developed. Mine might be cracked. But it's... I'm 25. I got a little bit longer.
No, I think it's done.
Is it done? I don't know. I should know this. I'm a nurse, but I don't know.
I think it's done.
You know, you never use that in the nursing field. You never, like, you know what, sir? The reason this occurred is because your frontal lobe wasn't fully developed.
Maybe you should.
Maybe. No. I'm trying to get in and out of those rooms. I'm not trying to have that talk. Anyways.
But I love that we're, like, bringing this up because I feel like that's a good part. I feel like once you start loving yourself, that's when you won't settle for having the bar down low.
That is so true. The minute, yeah.
Like, when you know your worth, and you know how much you love yourself, and you know what you won't settle for, because you have yourself up here, you won't settle for anything less.
Because you're comfortable waiting.
Yes.
You don't feel, when you're not comfortable with yourself, that's when, like we said, you're searching for someone to give you that value, that self-worth that you should be getting from yourself. So you're settling to just find someone to give it to you. And then you're never actually happy. And versus you need to find it in yourself first. And I think another kind of quote that I always say with relationships is, I want a partner that I don't need you, but I want you.
Yes.
You add something to my life. You make my life happier. But at the end of the day, if you weren't in it, I would be fine. And it's like, and that sounds kind of like, I'm not meaning like obviously you'd be sad, you'd be...
Yes, obviously you'd be sad, like, someone you just spent so much time with is not in your life anymore, or someone you spent time with isn't in your life anymore. However,
the inner self-worth is still there.
Yes. And I think that's a big thing. But I think don't bring someone into your life that's not going to add to your life.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bring someone into your life that's going to take away from your life.
Very true.
I remember saying that on like a first or second date with someone, and I was like, why would I date someone? I think I came to the realization after my last relationship, like, why would I date someone that isn't bringing anything into my life? Like, if I can already provide myself so much, why would I settle for anything less or someone that's going to take something away from my life?
That's really, yeah. There's no reason to settle. I mean, I know for us, we're very hyper independent women.
Yeah.
So we don't need anyone in the aspect of money. We don't need anyone in the aspect of figuring out like how to do. We've always done stuff for ourselves our whole lives, and we've always provided for ourselves and figured it out. It's just we've been that way. That's how our dads raised us.
But if we can have someone in our life that's going to make it a little easier, I would appreciate that.
I would appreciate it. I think I'm hyper independent, but I would love to be able to be a little less independent. Yeah.
Every once in a while.
I love that I have that ability to, and I never want to lose it. But I'm also tired. So that's a good way to look at it. A guy that helps me be less tired. And like that's just kind of me saying like, if you can take some of that burden off my shoulders and make my life a little easier and just make me relax and smile and laugh and I just feel like you have me, that's what I'm looking for. I want a safe haven from the stresses of the world.
Oh, I like that. Yes.
Yeah. Like that's what I'm looking for. And that feeling is very hard to find nowadays because nowadays it's like the girls are supposed to be
strong, independent all the time. Which I love that we are. Honestly, I love that we are. I 100%. Love that we're out here just getting it done and just being bosses. Like I absolutely love that for us, but I'm tired. Like any time that I don't have to plan a date or a dinner or think of something or something gets figured out for me, I love that.
And it's because we're also now not.
What kind of love language is that? It's
is it like doing things? No.
Yes, kind of. What is that?
I
can't think of it.
I don't know the term. But whatever that love language, it's not gifts, it's not like touch, it's not like what the hell? What is that?
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
We'll find it. We'll next podcast we'll update you because we'll have looked it up. Unless we forget. We'll find it. But yeah, and I feel like it's kind of because we veered from that so much, I feel like guys have almost sometimes, not all guys, and when I say this, obviously this is just a generalization that we ourselves have experienced. I am fully aware that this isn't true for everyone, because like my brothers are prime examples of, and my grandfather was, of like these men that are the most amazing men that step up for their wives and their girlfriends. Same with my stepdad. I mean, just like they step up. So I realize this is not every man out there, but I'm just saying is like when we don't make the guys do those things, I feel like guys have now kind of lost the ability to do it now. Like they haven't had to do it in so long. So a lot of this generation of men don't know how to plan a date. They don't know how to ask a girl on a date. They don't know how to open a door. They don't know how to do half of this stuff because we've said that we don't want them to, or like we've taken that, we've saying like...
I don't think we've told them we don't want them to. I think we've just done it because we've been... Because as women, we just like go out and get it done, which amazing. Love that.
Love it.
But man, if you're listening, please take this from us. Acts of service.
Acts of service. That's the love language. Acts of service. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we want the ability to do it. We love that we can do it. We love that women we've evolved to that. But like,
But man, if you were listening,
just step up a little more.
Take this tip in 2025. If you're gonna take something going into 2025, acts of service.
Acts of service.
Yes.
Doesn't have to be extreme acts. Although we like extreme acts.
So we're talking about dating in our 20s. Any updates with you, Miss Gabrielle? Anything fun? Any cute fun dates or anything?
No. Absolutely none.
Okay.
Since I was dating a lot when I was in what was my last date? I was dating California was my last date. I was dating a lot there. I went on my last date was that really good date actually.
Yes.
Yeah, I went on one date before I came home, and it was actually a really, really good date, and we probably would have went on more, but I broke my arm, and then I was like, oh, I gotta come home. And I still kind of I still keep in contact with that guy, and he's actually really nice, and I hope when I go back, you'll know because I'll message you. But when I go back, I actually do want to go, I think, on another date with him, because I really enjoyed that date. Like, did everything we said, like, opened the door, was very respectful, just, like, it clicked really well. I liked everything he said. We had the same morals, same...
Haven't met him, but I like him.
Yeah, haven't met him. But he was really, really nice. And I'd probably go out with him again. But before him, I got kind of duped again with another guy that I was talking to for a while. And I don't know. I just think after... so many guys.
Sometimes you just need a break.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need... Maybe this is your break time. Maybe you're in a season of waiting. And that's okay.
Which is fine. I haven't been on apps. No one's, like, in the wild has approached me, so that hasn't occurred. I haven't been messaging anyone. I haven't...
But do you feel like your love for yourself has grown?
Yeah. I mean, I think
that is big.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that grew in California, though. Like, I feel very confident in...
But do you feel like it's grown more?
Yeah, I mean,
I love that for you.
Yeah, I feel like I love myself, and I know I'm great. I just think that I think some of the things I believe in or some of my expectations maybe don't align with some of the people I've met, which it's okay.
It's okay because there's a million people out there.
I've just met the wrong half of the million.
For now.
No, there's some good people I've met. There is guys out there that I've met that are really great guys. There was one guy in New York that was really nice. That guy in California was really nice.
Yes, he was really nice.
Yeah, he was a great guy, that guy. Like, I have met nice guys. It's just the timing hasn't really panned out. Both of the nice guys I've met, I had to leave, like, a week after meeting them, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's so true.
So, the timing with the nice guys has just been terrible, but then the bad guys, the timing always works. What the heck is that? What is that, life? I don't like that.
That's okay. You know, things happen for a reason.
That's very true.
That is very true.
But yeah.
So, guys, just keep in mind, we're not experts or anything. So, like we've said, and we will continue to say, please take with what we're saying with a grain of salt.
Mm-hmm.
This is just our experiences and how we're trying to navigate through them. We are no experts. If any of you guys have some extra tips on dating in your 20s, please feel free to drop them. We are always keen to hear. Maybe we'll even start reading some out. That way the rest of our viewers can see them. But just a reminder, guys, we did just put our podcast out on Spotify, so we are out there. If you want to see the great facial expressions that Gabby and I bring that you can't hear, watch us on YouTube. Highly recommend. And then please share with your friends. Guys, this is fun, and we're always looking for new topics to talk about, of course, while you're in your 20s. But we will take any topics of anyone who may be past their 20s, or any topics that people want to talk about going into their 20s. Please share them, because if we can add what we have gone through into that, we would love that. But also, if we can think of our future, or what we would do in these situations, or how maybe we have, like, dipped our toes into some other situations, we would love to share that as well.
Yeah. And don't forget to always like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, I have a personal YouTube channel that's vlogs. Jackie needs to start one, but she hasn't yet, but she's going to start one day. When that occurs, like and subscribe to hers. All links are in the bio of our account. Follow social media, so Instagram, TikTok, all of that. And next week.
Yes, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And again, thank you so much for watching
Trial and Error.
Ooh, I love that we do that.
I know. This is our little awkward outro part. I'm sweating. It is hot in here.